Let me show you how to properly set up and use your G-Shock GBA 950 watch. So this watch is actually mega advanced, so when it comes to features, it's actually totally packed to the brim. But first, maybe let's explore the watch itself. So you see, we actually have incredibly nice design on this watch, and we have 4 buttons that we can essentially control this watch with. Also, we have another button here, so this actually turns on the backlight on this watch. Also on this watch, all the arms and also the hour dials are actually glow in the dark as well. So if I actually turn down my light, so you see actually how it looks like. So you see it's insanely bright. And also when it comes to recharging, basically from sunlight or any light, it also doesn't take actually much to recharge. So again, you see just how insanely nice it looks like. So yeah, absolutely awesome. And again, also this has that backlight as well. So you see if I basically do this, okay, apologies, basically this button. So you see this is actually what the light looks like. You see also it's actually mega bright here. So yeah, absolutely impressive actually. On this watch we can also get auto light feature as well, and if you want to enable or disable the auto light, you can simply press and hold this light button for a few seconds essentially. So I'm holding it, so, and you see basically this LT appear basically on this watch face over here. So I hope you can see if I zoom in further. So you see LT, if I press and hold again, after some time basically this LT disappears. So, and if you want to change the settings on this watch, also maybe set up your time, there are 2 ways how to do that. First, we can actually do it from the watch itself, and also we can actually do it from the phone app. So if you want to do it from the watch, we are simply going to first go in our watch face menu, where we can currently see our time here. So if you want to basically switch between the different menus on the screen, we can simply use the mode button. So you see we can also get a stopwatch here, stopwatch recordings, timer, dual time, alarms, and yeah, so we are back on the watch. And this, we simply have to press and hold this display button here for like maybe 2 seconds till it beeps and goes like this. Also, you see these arms actually will move out of the way, so basically around here, so basically they do not obstruct the view when you're actually setting up these settings. And to, for example, like 0 the seconds, we can simply use the start button. So you see what happens if I press the start. Basically the seconds actually get thrown to the 0. So you would simply check basically the current exact time, and when you are at 0, also make sure to 0 it on the watch. If you want to go further, basically we can use the mode button and switch to the hour changing here. So you see you can use this button over here and also this button to go up and down basically in hours. Also we can change our minutes, also 12 and 24 hour format. So if you prefer 24, you can also set it here. So also the date here as well, year. This last one is actually the day, and the first one is actually month. So this American system, I think. So also we can enable or disable the key tone. So basically as you press these buttons, sound actually sounds. We can disable it as well. And also we can enable or disable airplane mode. So yep, this also has got Bluetooth connection using a phone, but if you do not want it, you can also like switch it off. So it actually will save a bit of battery if you actually turn it on. And also the light duration, so the like backlight duration, basically once you press this or auto light. So the number 1 means that the light will actually shine for 1.5 seconds. If I switch to 3, it means it will shine for 3 seconds. So set whatever you need. And yeah, basically we are on the menu. And also if I press at this stage the display again, you will also be able to set up your profile. So we are going to set up basically the goal for today, how many kilometers we want to walk. And once you reach that goal, basically it will actually fill up basically in these areas over here. So we have, I think, the distance goal here and the step count goal, I think, here. So you see, you can also like customize this. So also your calorie goal, so active calories. So you see, you can simply like press this to like cycle up and down to whatever you want. Also step count goal, also your height. We can also switch between the centimeters and also the feet, so whatever you need. See, adjust your height as you need, also your weight, also your and also the like how old you are, essentially your date of birth, essentially. And again, you should really set this date as correctly as possible, because again, this watch can basically calculate like calories burned and stuff like that. So for fitness stuff, make sure it's obviously correct. And once you have set up everything, we can simply return to the main by again pressing the display. So when it comes to the more features this watch can do, so let me show you. So also, as you see, if I press the display button while in the watch face menu, I can see basically first my time, then also my distance walked today. So I have reset this watch actually just now, so it shows 0. Also like calories, step count for set today and stuff like that. And if I use this mode button here, I can go to my stopwatch. So to start the stopwatch, so yep, basically you see, very easy, stop and start. Also we can reset with the lap. Next we have the stopwatch recordings. So you see, basically we can actually store like quite a few different like stopwatch recordings here. So if you need to retrieve them after that, we can do it on this watch. Also, we can actually set timers here. Also, we can set up like repeating timers here as well, if you want to. So as you see, by default, actually it's 10-minute timer. If you want to, for example, let's start a 10-minute timer. So this is what it looks like. You can also pause it and reset. Also, if you press this lap button, you can also enable this like 5-minute preparation basically before the timer starts. So you'll see what it looks like. So it counts down and also beeps. I hope you can see. And once it finishes, it actually starts the timer. So okay, let's reset this. And if you want to set up the timer, simply press and hold this again. First, we can set this how many times we want to repeat the timer. So you see, we can set it maybe like 3 times. So basically, once the timer actually first 10 minutes are up, basically, it will actually repeat the timer again. So then and three times essentially. So we can set this up as whatever you need, up to, I think, yep, up to 20 timers on this. So which is very impressive on this watch. Okay. Okay, let's go back of this thing. All right. So also we have our dual time here as well. So you can set this up by simply holding again the display button, and you'll be able to set this up. And also we have 5 alarms here as well. Again, press and hold the display to set it up. And to turn on or off timer, you can simply press the start button here. So you see, on or off. So yeah, very easy. And we have 5 timers on this watch, which is absolutely cool. Sorry, I mean 5 alarms basically, so we can set 5 different alarms on this watch at the same time. And what's absolutely great about this watch also is we can pretty much configure everything from the phone app. Also, we get even more customization features in the phone app. So what you have to do, you have to download this application called Casio Watches. It's available on Play Store and also on Apple Store as well. So Casio watches. There are one more app that's called G-Shock watch app, but again, you actually have to use this app for this watch. The other one actually won't work for it. And once we open it up, so you'll need to basically make an account here. So either you can like make account, log in, or also you can skip over here. So I'll actually log in, so I'll have account here. So you see, you can either log in or register with email, or also use Google to sign in directly. Okay, and once logged in, agree to this stuff. Obviously no one's going to read this stuff, but yeah. Okay, also allow notifications if you want to. Yep. Okay, and then what we have to do is we have to click over here on my watch, and we have to click this plus icon. As you see, they have a bunch of other watch here. And next on the watch, on the back of it, you see over here, okay, in this field over here, you have 4 digits. For example, this says 5737. So we're going to basically type in this number here, 5737. Okay, next. Yep, confirms the model basically. Yep, let's register it. Also, yep, allows the location. Permissions, location. Yep. By the way, this watch also can like record GPS location as well if you have your phone in range for exercise tracking. So again, make sure you have that stuff enabled. Okay, also we need to enable this nearby devices. So okay, this also, so we can actually like communicate better. Also notifications, also make sure to enable notifications, because this also watch can give you a heads up that you have notification received. So let's actually enable pretty much everything here. Also you can, if someone calls you, again this watch can also give you heads up that someone is calling. So yep, this watch is actually very advanced. So make sure you enable these permissions over here. Yep, also alarms. So we can even sync alarms basically of your phone. Then also what we finally have to do is we have to hold this start button over here to sync basically both together. So hold it. So you see, hold it, it will beep like this and appear like this. And then release, so you see it's finally pairing here. Okay. And simply let's wait. We'll finish pairing and setting everything up. So yep, allow this stuff. Okay, yep, pairing complete. We can skip this if we do not want. Also, as you see, basically you actually do not have to faff around setting everything on the watch, because setting it through the app is actually way faster. Also, it will kinda like even like sync the current time basically of the phone to you as well. So see, we can send everything. So again, it's actually much easier from the phone app. Okay, yep. Okay, and pretty much all done. Then if you want to see basically your date, how many step count you have done for the day, you can simply click on the home over here. And if you click over here, you can see the step count, for example, for the yesterday. So again, actually reset this watch, so it's not showing for today anything. So you see, you can see for the week and also the month here as well, once you actually start using it. Also, if you click the My Watch, click on the watch again, you see you can configure everything over here. Also, you see even this time, even we can see like full tutorial here, how to do everything on the watch. And also we can set up alarms directly from the phone app here as well. So again, if you do not want to do it on the watch, you can simply do everything here. Timers as well. Also again, we can also set up the like notifications also authorized, so we can actually so again, if you are basically not getting notified that someone is calling or sending you a message, you can make sure to actually go over here and set it up properly. And finally, also, if at any time you actually want to sync basically time, the correct time, if you suspect basically it's out of whack and you do not want to manually adjust it, you can simply press and hold the start button again and it will sync with your phone again. So you see, once you press it again, it simply syncs with your phone and fetches the current time and applies on your watch automatically. And yeah, overall I think the G-Shock GBA 950 actually is absolutely awesome watch. Not only we get very nice build quality on this watch, also I really like how actually small it is. So other G-Shock watches are actually kind of big and bulky, but again this is actually absolutely comfortable. If you especially have maybe like a small wrist, I think this is absolutely awesome. Also, I really like those illuminations for the armors and also the hands. Also, very good light on this watch as well, and also it actually looks absolutely awesome as well. Anyway, good luck.